Oh wait, I'm supposed to show the other thing for. Oh well.
Sage, baby.
私の銃は長いチンチンのように見えます
Got that chop, got that stick, I'm Japanese.
The audio got copyright claims, so I'm just gonna speak over this part. Welcome to the legendary Grand Film Reviews. This series, Sekirei, the anime. Even though there's a manga and all that, and I haven't read the manga.
Hey, what's up? What's good? It's the homie ZXinfinite. Hope you're having a legendary grand day. It is March 23rd, 2025, 3:12 a.m. Where's my coffee? That is scorching hot, but it's for the video. So, why am I here? So the reason why I'm making this video in the beginning as the intro is because this might not happen again, and I might not do the entire series. It will more likely be a one-time thing, at least for this show. But I mean, that can always change if there's anybody out there that wants, to see more, and I'm always down to do more. I love doing reactions and reviews of stuff, and really any type of content. Like, I'm open to making absolutely anything, and I want to make everything. I want to make absolutely everything that I can try to do, and I'm up for it. I'm up for just whatever. It doesn't matter what game it is. It doesn't matter what video I'd be reacting to. It doesn't matter what video I'll be making. I'm gonna do it, and I'm down to do it. So obviously I'm going to continue achieving that as I have 12 years worth of content on YouTube, but mostly I'd like to keep it to the homie ZXinfinite. But I mean, of course, you can go back and look at, some older classic freaking stuff. And Advanced Warfare is playing in the background because it's my theme on PlayStation.
Yo, what is going on with y'all? Welcome to another legendary Grand Film Reviews. Now this time around, I'm reviewing one of my favorite first animes, Sekirei. Now, this one is going to be the first of many, but also the first of its kind, where I dissect each episode, and it might be very long, so might have to bear with me, because and go on the ride with me. It's going to be a pretty long video. I'm going to be asking questions, trying to figure out stuff, and really break down to its bare minimum, critique the series, and overall give my thoughts and opinions of how I feel about it, because it is one of my favorite shows. But I was just watching it, and I was already questioning something in the first 5 minutes of the show. It's not that it matters to me, because I don't mind if the story doesn't make sense. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. Simple as that. One thing I do remember about the show is the colors, the ideas, and stuff like that. And some of the characters I really liked. I watched this show back in 2013 or something of the sort, and it was one of my first shows that I watched. And the first anime that I've ever watched when it was introduced to me was High School of the Dead. Still one of my favorite series. Unfortunately, the creator passed away, so season 2 will never be animated, unfortunately, although I think that it still can. Might as well try, and I think it would be good to pay homage to the original creator. I don't think if he really did mind and he didn't want it to be created, then I can respect that and that can make sense. Although, you know, it's just, I still think that it should happen, even if the original creator didn't want it to, because you gotta finish the story. If you have us already finished story, I think it's only right to finish it, no matter what, because it's not for the money, and it's not for like the fans, it's just it should be finished. A story can't begin without an ending. That might be just my opinion. I think that's how it should go, but it probably won't, and that's completely okay. I'm not going to recap every episode. I'm just going to get into how I feel and everything in the middle. So the opening is as good as I remember it. I like the opening, but I do want to say before I start this whole thing, it is really hot in here, so I can't wear this crown all the time. Obviously, it's like, you know, the new look and the new thing that I do. So the best I can do is just put it up here. And to explain something real quick, this has been a minute since I've made a video, and right now, obviously, it doesn't look the best. So the best I can do is that's really about it. Everything else kind of has to stay, and will eventually get cleaned because I just moved in and I'm just trying to adjust. And also, it is hot here. Like, yeah, I was living in Arizona, but that was kind of hot at times. But this is something else. But also, you know, it's kind of higher elevation. It's going to be a lot to edit and go through, so I'd really appreciate if you would leave a like, comment, subscribe. Comment below and discuss what you guys think about the series and everything below. And if, you know, needed, put it on Reddit or frickin' any other forum. At me, mention me, send it to me, anything of the sort. What you think of the series as a whole, and you know, I'll look at it later. If I have to talk about something in the first episode and I'm questioning it, then I'm not too sure. It might be answered later on in the series if I talk about one thing here, and someone might have to let me know in the comments below. But if I don't get that answer later on, then it's definitely something that, you know, is worthy of the questioning, and, you know, criticism. Everything is pretty much, because of course, you know, not everything is perfect, and I guess that gives some people excuses to criticize it. In this, you know, being one of my favorite shows, I will probably overlook some stuff, and some of the stuff that I've seen or watched, or anything that I enjoy. It will happen with some people from time to time. So I think there's nothing else left to say, so let's get it, y'all. Thanks for clicking on the video. Really quickly, probably before I even get started, how I found the show. So I found the show in like 2013 or something, and I honestly do not know if it was on Netflix back then in 2012 or 13, but I do definitely remember watching the show, and I actually think it was here because I remember watching it here. But the problem is I'm not too sure if it was 2013, 15, 16, something of the sort. I feel like maybe it was 2013 because I remember when I first got my PlayStation 3 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, that was the year that I also was doing weird stuff because of the show. I'm not going to say what, but there was some weird stuff, and I'm not saying I was whacking nothing. So y'all can stop with them whack-a-mole comments in the comments and all that stuff. That's not happening. Don't get me wrong, fam. You feel what I'm saying? I got some favorite I guess we all got a favorites and stuff like anyhow, yeah, so I was watching the show back then. I enjoyed it. It was good. I liked it. I liked pretty much every character. But I saw someone in the comments, or at least the same guy said, the main character is so stupid in the show that it pretty much kills it. Other than the stupid MC, the show is actually not bad. The only other problem with it is how important the battles seem to be, and at the same time how all the characters just sideline. It's like, oh, we might be killed, but oh well, let's go have fun shopping or dress you up and get your wings. That way you'll be killed easily. So I never noticed that, and I am going to try to pay attention to that going forward and see if what they're saying is true. I do kind of remember the main character, Minato Sahashi, being kind of stupid making stupid decisions, man. Like, bro, you have all that. Never mind, I can't say that. I can't say that. Can I say that? I think that's against guidelines. No, that's just rated R. Or should I say rated LGE? I don't even know if that's a rating, but it is now. And the E does not mean E for everyone. Okay, I mean, it is for everyone, but not of all ages. They have to be 18 plus. You know, that's just makes sense. It's like instead of rated X, instead of rated R, it's rated LG.
Sekirei, Episode 1, First Wing. Or as I like to call it, Episode 1. Idiotic virgin failure doesn't get laid and is watched by the government.
This remind me, back then, my favorite character was this chick. I don't know why, but this water one was dope. I like this one. She's like a Cynthia, but with like water type Pokemon powers. I don't know why that makes sense, and kind of is basically that. But you know, one place is enlarged and multiplied by extra large by multiple amounts. That's like XXXXXXXL, you know, so on and so forth. I feel like all we know about Minato is he failed twice at going into college. He has a chance to go back home with his mom and probably parents, and he ends up staying at wherever he's at to continue trying to get into college and doing whatever he does. But after that, I feel like basically after the fact, we don't learn more about him. I feel like maybe his mom comes by the house that he stays in, or something of the sort. His parents or something. I have no idea. I think it's his mom. But as far as that goes, that's like his entire backstory. Like, I feel like we don't learn more about him, which kind of sucks because, you know, he is basically the main character and the reason why some of this is all happening and stuff.
Hi, hey, what's good? It's me from a day later. So I wanted to add, for every character, you want to know as much as you can with the characters. You want to have as much character development possible, and I feel like he has the least amount of information about him, maybe more than other characters that are on the show for sure, but in general I don't think that he really has that much that there is known about him. I bet you if you go to the Wikipedia page or any other page that there is, there's not going to be that much information. Maybe more because of the manga, but that's in the manga. We're only talking about the anime here, the animated show, not the manga. Could use that for reference and stuff, but I have never read the manga a day in my life. And the only manga that I did read is the first volume of Attack on Titan, and that was pretty much that. That was years ago, and I lost that because I don't know what happened to it. Probably left it in 2019 somewhere. Anyhow, me from yesterday, finish it off.
I feel like we should know more about the main character who is driving the plot, or is he? What is driving the plot? That's the real question. Is it just Musabi, or the whole group of the house just going on with their lives and stuff just happens? Nothing really drives the plot. It's just good versus evil. Is that the whole thing? I wouldn't mind it because I still like the show anyway. Don't get me wrong. He got some good points in here. All right, let's just be real. I mean, he got some good ideas. He got good ideas going. Okay, I feel like. Hold on. This part don't really make sense to me. Now check this out. It was just around a lot of people walking, right? He was in the middle of them all walking and stuff. Hold on, let me finish this. Non-sponsored, but you know. Okay, I was hoping that made it, but I definitely did not throw it in the right direction. I thought I was throwing it that way. That's why you don't see me playing basketball. Anyhow, this is something that confused me. All these people are going by just a second ago. Like, I just don't believe. There's no way, because he was just around a lot of people. Then he went on the bus. He still had people by the bus. See, so there's some people right here. All right, there's some people on the left. So there's definitely people there, but it's the very second that this whole thing happens, they're behind this or whatever, right? That's okay, that's fine. But as soon as all of this happens, no one's there. No one's pointing out that just people are just shooting electrical bullets or something. This is not a problem. This is just an everyday life, you know. It almost reminds me a little bit of The Boys. That was one of the things that kind of confused me, is they never explain how people react to it. They either like agree with them and they're fine with it all happening, or you know,
they do things and they cover it up. And that's kind of something that I really wish some shows would tackle, including this show even, that happens like straight up in normal civilization. Now, for that story, I haven't got to season 4. I finished 3 seasons out of 4, but I kind of hoped that they would tackle it more, because they actually did a little bit. They had the people react to all this stuff happening in their everyday lives. Like, it's basically going to town and all this stuff's happening with like superheroes and stuff. And literally in the first episode, A-Train runs through someone, and something happens to him. And I most likely can't get in depth because, you know, like I said, with the whole guideline thing. But the only thing that got out of that is that she had a boyfriend, and they said that they would pay him because that happened to her. There were shops in front of the incident. There were people around, I don't doubt, in that scene. No one witnessed it. No one said anything about it. They had to have heard a collision with that. And the people in front of the stores, at least one person, saw that. And even caught it on security cameras. And I know that VOT is like, you know, the biggest company or whatever the heck. And so they could scrub the security cameras. But can they scrub if a witness saw it? Or do they catch them and, you know, frickin' take them out because they saw it happen? Now, that's kind of like the questions that this comes out with. And in this show, no one's questioning why people are just throwing electric thunderbolts and some person's jumping across buildings like it's normal, like it's just a casual everyday activity. But, you know, it is just a story, it is just a show or a movie if it happens in a movie. It is just that, and I think that can go for actually the MCU and the Marvel cinematic universe, you know, up until, you know, Civil War and stuff, because that was like perfect and very smart because they actually did kind of tackle it, but it was more of the government reacting to it. You know, with Thunderbolt Ross saying that, oh, this is what we have to do in order to keep things, you know, safe and, you know, contained because people were hurt and people did witness this, but that is their side. That's not the people that went through that side, that witnessed that, and if it is, it's not really that many people that had that reaction to it. I think in Age of Ultron there was reactions to that stuff happening, and when I mean reactions, I mean just stuff. Like if for example, A-Train running through that person, what if someone else didn't agree with that and they tried fighting him, went and swing for a punch because he just did that in front of them, and they didn't agree with it. Huey was just standing there in shock, and someone else reacted, someone else acted and reacted. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. And when I write my story World Official, I'm definitely going to do that because every detail matters. If something happens, everybody that's around it has to react in some type of way. And definitely different ways because everybody's different, everybody has different reactions, everybody, you know, might either take risks or not take risks, slightly take a risk, more than taking a risk. Like, just everything's, how I say, like, ups 3 freaking supply drops type of thing. It's RNG, that's what it is. Completely RNG, and especially in real life. As odd as that sounds, comparing gaming to literal life reality, that is one thing that is actually true. RNG. Randomly generated, yes, but basically what I mean is technically just random type of action that might happen, or reaction that might happen. And everybody reacts to things differently. And again, everybody's different. So that's one of the things that I instantly wanted to talk about, and I haven't got farther into the show. Actually, I have a little bit farther than this. But then there's another question that comes up after this clip. And it happens right here. Why does she specifically take him? So he doesn't get sparkled? What if he ran away? Anyway, but now that it's happening, where's all the people that were around? There was some people, I thought. And right here. Absolutely freaking how? How did she know where he lived? What in the... And she didn't just drop him off, she just stayed? I mean, I'd be fine with it if it was me, but anyway. Need to get some Mountain Dew Frostbite. Shout out Jay Orange. You know what? These actually might be good. but probably the coldest it's ever been. It just splashed water on the left and ruined my picture of me in Las Vegas. Cool. Wanted to put that on a picture, but you know, I guess I just have a drip in the neck now. Cool. Way to show me that I have thyroid cancer, even though I already know. Don't do drugs, kids. You know, before it tasted like a, you know, the red, white, and blue popsicle? It tasted like that. Now it tastes like a blue cotton candy. Once again, it's alright, but it's not Mountain Dew Code Red. It's Frostbite, this little shark blue one. If it's limited edition, that's cool that I have it in this video, but otherwise, I don't know. Hope y'all have a legendary day. Having a legendary day. Just got done recording the new outro that you will see in this video. I was also thinking, should I put these in individual episodes and people will have to watch the playlist to do this? And I was like, you know what? Nah. I'll just put it in an entire video so people can, you know, sit back, relax, and, you know, grab a drink, grab a snack, and watch the only ZXinfinite. But I forgot to say that in the beginning. So I'll probably edit this in the beginning. Make sure to grab a snack and grab a drink and, you know, popcorn, whatever you want, any type of foods and drinks, and kick back with your friends, relax, and watch this video. And enjoy. Oh my god. This dude talking about her hand. She's all talking about, like, some real stuff. Like, now that she's at his house and she knows where he lives, don't know why that's even possible, but the fact that that's even a thing means that they'll eventually catch up and see where his house is, and then eventually go to his house because she's there. I mean, it's just, it might even happen in the next episode or later on in this episode. And homie's talking about freaking a woman's hand. Man, that thing was soft. Like, bro, what do you... Out of all things that you're thinking of in the moment, and out of all things that already happened and just happened, after all of that, you're not even like, oh, you know what, I should just, you know, leave that alone and say, hey, I'm not wanting to be involved in this, I'm trying to, you know, graduate college and all this, you know, this is the thing that's my main priority, not this, so please go do that elsewhere. You know, instead of doing all that, he's just like, man, her hand was soft, screw college, screw school, you know, the whole reason that I'm even here in the first place and paying for this freaking hotel apartment thing, you know, and all this, you know, rent stuff, you know, screw that, the freaking, that woman's hand, man, that was soft, and then I also saw her naked for some reason. Hello, Mom, I said screw college, and I graduated in pimpology, now I have a girlfriend. Like, what is bro on? Bro, she's saying sorry for all that, and you're still not thinking of bringing up freaking saying, you know what, I don't want to be involved, I got college to go for. You don't even think about that. And then he's not even paying attention to what she's saying. He's just looking at her freaking chip like, bro.
Gambling, found himself losing significant amounts, leading to meltdowns to showcase this intense frustration and self-loathing.
I just lost everything. Have a good day, everybody. Wow. I cannot believe that. Wow.
I'm gonna have to pour one out for the homie, because that's just... I remember this scene. I was waiting for it. Now I think about, how does Holmes even pay rent? Is that even possible? Dude said, actually, I was happy. This dude, he right, but... What does he mean he wants to leave? Shouldn't she be the one leaving? I mean, it's not incredibly disrespectful if you like some freaking danger, you feel what I'm saying? Once more, no one's doing anything? Can't show that on YouTube, but anyway, it's getting freaking hot in here, bro. Like, I'm high-key sweating. Like, I don't even know what to do with this at this point. So now, she's electrocuted. Freaking... These people are just pulling out electrical stuff with their hands, and still no one said anything. Like, what the freak? Is there no police in this town? Is there no fire department? Where's the freaking
named Mayor. I think now I'm seeing what this guy is saying. He's basically saying that they're distracting themselves instead of, you know, getting their wings from that Ashikabi or whatever. And they're like I said, distracting themselves and doing other things instead of just getting their wings and then maybe doing that. So, you know, they can activate their, like, Super Saiyan or something. Or freaking, you know, their inner power. And unlock that. And then do all that extra stuff. But, I mean, like, they gotta know that's the one, I guess. Quote, unquote. But, I mean, we'll see how the other ones go. Like, Musubi, I mean, in terms of this whole thing, so far, she is jumping into it kind of quick. So, I guess, and you know, they kind of, like, are similar. So, maybe, you know, it works for them, too. But how Kusano, I don't remember her name, the grass chick, which I don't even know how to feel about that, because her appearance remains the same, but that don't answer the question. Well, I was right. That's random. I randomly got the name right. I love how Rosario Vampire comes up with Sekirei. So everything I'm seeing is smallest and youngest Sekirei over and over again. Very young looking despite her age, stated to be 70. What? Apparent age child. You know, yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. That's I think that's like second episode stuff too. Bro, look at the people in the background. They're just watching. This is another day in something with the T. I don't even remember the name of the city. Because the story, that's why. There's no other reason. You know, it's just what happens in the manga. I want to read the manga. Look up what the episode's called, I guess is what I like to say. I mean, they have electric powers. How the frick is he dodging all this stuff? They have to be doing it for long enough. I mean, they've already been doing, like, bro, what? How are you able to? That's what I'm saying. Now's probably the perfect time to say it. If there's like Sekirei or Sekireis, like the pair of twins is an option. Of my favorite ones, it was the blonde water chick for a minute originally. But I think Matsu, her name is, the brunette one on the computer, I think she was another one I liked. But 100% after the season 1 and then the final conclusion after season 2 of like favorite waifu or top 3. I'll do favorite and top 3 at the end of the entire series. But for the time being, so far, I like all the characters. Like I said, you know, I like the electric twins or thunder twins. I like the Musubi. She cool. I think it's way too early to choose waifu material, but I mean, Musubi and the electric twins don't seem to be that bad. So far, if I had to choose between the two, probably the twins. Not because the twins. If I had to choose one twin, I'd be fine too. But you know, I think probably that. Not for any reason at all. I mean, for reasons, but you feel me? But no, I mean, just in general, if that makes sense. I afraid through this and this thing will load. Man, it's internet up here. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm telling y'all, this is something else. It's not bad, and I'm fine. But I'm also not fine, bro. It's freaking hot in here. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Everybody's thinking it. Everybody probably already said it. They have electric powers. Okay. And examples of what happened previously this episode with their power is that they're long range. They are long. They could have stopped that from happening. Clearly they could have, and they didn't. But it's a show. It's a show. You know what? That's fine. I like the show. But they could have stopped that from happening. Just saying. Just saying. They just ran over there. I feel like they let her do that. Come on, let's be real. Do she got a moan though? When she's going Super Saiyan? Do she got a moan? Do she have to? This show is a little bit extra. I can't even lie to you. Oh my gosh, the moaning, bro. Why they gotta let your guard down, bro? Your powers are long range. They can get it from there. Y'all shot your powers way farther than that alleyway. Stop playing with me. Oh, we let our guard down. No one was fighting. Say what? What? Now that she got her wings, now they're like, now you're completely fine. Nah, I ain't fighting no more. You know, about killing? Nah, it was just because you didn't have your wings, you know. It's completely fine now. Everything that happened before, just forget about it. We're fine. We're good now. You know, that all didn't happen. You know, we're chilling now. We're fine. You know what? I take that back. It wasn't the mother that visited them. It was the sister. That's the one. I feel like I remember an episode later on. It might be season 2 that the sister visits. That's one. I don't think it was the mother, but I could be wrong. So hold on. So no one picked up on all this happening. No one called. No police are involved. And if the government's involved, that's probably government right there. I don't see how no one said anything yet. How long has it been going on? Because it's so like public. I think that's why, you know, the whole, like the boys, for example, the VOD thing was so like normalized, because they found ways to bypass the whole thing and to make it seem like they not doing nothing wrong. So that explains that story when they do stuff sometimes. But when it comes to this one, how come no one said anything? I don't know. So if that's so, if he says that to Minato, right? Let's say, for example, that he says it to someone else. What if they low-key just happen to be recording, or happen to have security cameras, or happen to have some type of way of, you know, recording it? If they upload that to the internet, or upload that, or somehow get it to people, and people see that, then what then? You know, like they can eventually scrub it, or eventually get rid of that person and scrub it, but people knew the person, and whether they have a funeral or not, if they have like friends or family, they know about it happening to that person. They know about that person because they cared about that person. You know, these are the questions that comes to be. If then that screws them over, then they have to do something about that, and that like lawsuit, so on and so forth. I'm just saying, because, you know, if other people are Ashikabis or whatever, and eventually more and more become that, what if someone had that type of thing that ends up happening? What then? But I mean, it hasn't happened in the story, and will it happen later? I mean, I don't know, probably in the fan story, but these are those types of things that I want to see. Like when I do World Official, I want to see someone do that, and then see what will happen then, and then, you know, then it gets real interesting. Well, he's out of that place. I'm wondering if they have like blueprints or freaking like birth identifications and stuff. I wonder if they have all that, because, you know, he's saying college reject without a cosigner, like as if Musabi isn't cosigning it, I think. So I wonder if they have that information still, or if they ever explain that at all. Oh my gosh, bro, now we gotta throw a pity party. Now bruh, just keep going, bruh. Ain't got no time for that. Just get it done. Like, bruh, oh my gosh. These freaking insecure little girls, these freaking idiots. Way to go. Now I don't like the main character. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding, I still don't. I'm sorry, but her face right here, bro. Like, pause, hold on. Why they draw her like that, man? Come on, they doing Musabi dirty, bro. Not as much as I will be, but I mean, what a true romance story. I forgot this, one of the genres is romance. I forgot this whole story. It's not about adventure, it's not about action, it's not about freaking ecchi, it's not about harem, it's not about anything but freaking romance, bro. That's all it is. I forgot, that's like the only thing, main thing that this is. Okay, apparently I was just joking and memeing, and that was extremely hilarious and funny, but it actually is a romantic comedy, so somehow it's supernatural. I don't even know how that
comes into play unless it's like season 2 or something like that. But.
Romantic comedy? Alright, but it's not a romance though. Unless romance and comedy combined are a romantic comedy. In which case then, yeah, this show will not load. I'm getting freaking hot. I'm gonna have to take my hat off, bro. It's getting freaking hot up in here, man. Freaking look like Raven or an Assassin's Creed. Man, this is taking so long, bro. And I freaking edit that out. Don't even put that in the video, but like,
Wow, this is taking a very long time.
when was she able to fly? Oh, it's called First Wing. That makes sense. Who could have guessed it would be called the Second Wing? Anyways, the presentation so far was not bad story-wise. There was a couple of things that I'd consider hiccups from time to time that made me question what the freak was happening, but if to some that may seem overly critical, to be completely real, if we just disregard those facts, and there were only a couple things that, you know, were questionable in the episode, as far as the rest goes, I liked it. It was a good beginning to the whole thing, and it set up enough for people to understand, everything going on, including, you know, the Sekirei origins, and just pretty much the colors of the Sekirei that were seen in the designs. I liked they differentiated from each other, and you could tell which one is which. And I pretty much like all the characters but 2. The leader of the MBI, whatever, I'm not too sure. I don't know, I just have like a feeling he's gonna be an a-hole or something, you feel me? And then Minato, obviously, because just homie needs to get his priorities straight. But as far as the first episode, the whole thing seemed slightly weird at times. Not a bad thing, because that's what the show is, and I love that about this show. But weird as in, you know, questionable things that were questionable, of course, but I mean, they were fine. They didn't ruin the show for me. They just kind of happened, and I was like, okay. But what about this? I did like that first episode, and I'd probably, you know what, I'd give it a rating out of 7 out of 10. It wasn't perfect, but it set up enough things going forward for, you know, the origins of the Sekirei, and then setting up the stories of each of the characters, character development. It was rising some. Again, the biggest issue so far is we don't know a lot about Minato. And in the second episode, it seems at the ending, it's showing that they're going to a house. So we're basically going to that part without learning more about Minato. We still don't know a lot about Minato. I bet we know more about Musubi than we know about Minato. And I mean, yeah, she's part of the main cast, but she isn't, I guess you could say, the main character that was introduced first before everybody else. If we're talking about that in terms of that. It's like 7 p.m. on the 7th of July, 2024. That's when I'm doing this first episode. I'm basically going to be doing the first, like, probably 5 episodes or so today, or tonight, I should say. And I have a whole hour of recording for the first episode, which is kind of insane because it's like double the amount of the episode. So it's going to be a lot of editing, and I kind of look forward to it because of how much fun I'm going to have doing it. But for the first actual, I guess you could say, TV series or anime that I've reviewed, this is, I feel like, a very good start because it's something that I was thinking about rewatching, but then I was like, wait, what if I did a series or a Legendary Grand movie review or whatever? But instead, because I'm going to be doing TV shows and all that other stuff too, I might as well call it film review. So LGEFOREVER, which is not food review anymore, considering that now that the LGFR was normally related to the Legendary Grand Food Reviews, it's going to have to be renamed to the actual name, and then there's film and food reviews, so both of them have Fs, so it cannot be LGFR because then it would be confusing if I just put that. So it's going to just have to be the actual word and not abbreviated.
any longer, and so since basically this episode and basically since this series, it's been that. And also, this is the first Legendary Grand BIGGO film review. And the BIGGO film reviews, to really quickly explain that, if that doesn't make any sense, are just bigger film reviews than just normal film reviews. So the difference is, like, if I'm doing an entire series or an entire film franchise, or whatever this case may be, then it's a BIGGO film review. If it's just like one episode or one movie, then it's just a film review. Simple as that. So that is going to be the difference between all of them. I'll probably upload this as a separate video so people understand the difference. And that's pretty much all I got to say there. So back to me about a month and like 2 weeks ago.
But film review, so I probably gotta figure out something. I'm just kidding. I'll just put the actual, film review instead of just LGEFOREVER, because that's for the food reviews. If, I do that.
I like this first episode. It was a good beginning to the whole thing. Let me know what you guys think about that first episode. Let's go to episode 2. Well, I mean, I'll do that in a minute. It's freaking hot in here. I gotta take a break, and then I'll go to episode 2. But very much obviously, I didn't record episode 2, nor any more episodes later that day, because I just got caught up with a lot of other things, and a lot of other things were happening. So, yeah, and now there's a lot of stuff happening on the screen. Anyways, so that's it for me. Like a month and 2 weeks later, and so I'm going to let the outtakes and bloopers play. That is what's going to happen at the end of every single one of these, and not all of them. It's just a couple of them that are selected to have just extra content at the end. So enjoy.
Yo, what's good? Welcome to another Legendary Grand film review. Now this time around, I'm reviewing one of my first anime.
It was too hot in the room. It was so hot I couldn't even think at all. And the bandana was so messed up I had to redo it. So.
Yo, what is going on with y'all? Welcome to another legendary. Hold on. Hey, Mom, I thought about it, and I said, screw college. I got a girlfriend. No. You know, hey. Once more, no one's doing anything?
Hey, what up, y'all? It's the homie ZXinfinite. If y'all want to check out, I do have music. Go look at the Legendary Grand Entertainment channel. It's in the description always. Or just search up on YouTube or Google the homie ZXinfinite music. Thank you, and have a legendary grand rest of your day, everybody.